Hello, my lovely friends. How are you this evening? Yes, I'm really sorry I'm a little bit late. Had a few bits and bobs to finish off. Had a really busy day. So I'm just going to join our TikTok friends to us and then we can do some sewing. Got some really exciting things to do tonight. Hold on a minute. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my lovely TikTok friends. How are you? Let me just change the view of the screen. And hopefully the screen will also stop wobbling. Hello, Tiana. How are you? Good? Are you good? Hope you're well. Oh, I've just realised I've got my light on. Hold on a minute. Let's put a bit more light on. Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's much better. Hello. Hello to the people on coming in on TikTok. How are you, Tiana? Have you had a good, lovely couple of days? So I thought tonight, because I've got a few things that I wanted to do. Yes, you can see me now, Pauline. I've literally only just gone live, so I was run a bit late today. Had a really busy day. Hello from Texas. Hello, Dana. How are you? Are you good? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. So I've been really busy actually. Although I've had 3 days off, I'm not live streaming. Hello, Leon. Hello, Erin. Hello, Sherry. Hello. I was at a quilt show. No, I had a couple of days off, Leon. It was my daughter's birthday, which is more important than a quilt show. Hello, Kim. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. Have you all missed me then? You obviously have. But no, even though I've had a couple of days off for my daughter's birthday, I've still been doing lots of sewing. And guess what? You know the ghost quilt? Well, I've finished all the lines on the ghost quilt, and I'm now stitching around the ghosts. So I thought we'd do a little bit of that later tonight. But in the meantime, I thought we could make some pencil cases, because I'm getting involved in the project Secret Santa this year, and the deadline is the 30th of September. So I realised I need to make a few pencil cases. So I've got my bits and bobs ready to do. And you were so bored, would you, Leon? That's right, it makes sense about the lives. And I did have a really lovely time. Thank you very much, Kim. Hello, Alexi. Welcome to you. And yes, very good, Tiana. Thank you. No, so we went out and did a few nice little things. But like I said, I still did. Why did I bring Mr. Creeper? Well, right now there's no space there, Leon. We've changed the screen a little bit as well, so hopefully the people that are over on YouTube who are on the portrait one can see it a bit better. So if you think there's a little bit of a difference in it, then there definitely is. I'll see if we can get Mr. Creeper a bit later for you, Leon, when I have my break. But yeah, so the good thing is I'm going to stay on a bit later tonight, probably till about 11, I reckon, maybe even a bit later. We'll see how we go. And but I just thought that what we could do is do some of the pencil cases. So if you've got our newsletters that come out, then the information is in that. It's going to be in the next one as well. And I'm going to try and get it onto the website as well if we can. But there is this amazing charity called Project Secret Santa. And what they do is, hold on a minute. So it took them 3 minutes. How amazing is that? 3 minutes. 3 minutes to restrict me. They did well tonight, didn't they? Funny enough, I've had a conversation with TikTok actually in the last couple of days to ask them why they're doing it, and even they don't know why. So yeah, apparently they've looked at my account, they've looked at what I talk about, they looked at what I do, and even they've said they have absolutely no idea as to why they restrict me. So not very good, but hey ho. Hello, Renegade, welcome to you. Hope you're good. Hello, Stella. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you. And so hope you've all had a really good weekend. So what have you been up to this weekend? So my plan is, like I say, I don't know why I've got my yellow sticky notes. My plan is to do some pencil cases for the Project Secret Santa that is going to be, the deadline is the 30th of September. So if you want to I can give you the details. You can always send them to us and we can send them on if you want to, because we do have a PO box address which is on our website. But first of all, let me show you the merch. This is the merch for our quilt show. How exciting. So there is two. So first of all, there is obviously more of these, more tape measures, that's the word. And these tape measures are even longer than the ones that we got before. So that's really exciting. And you would say, Liam, my YouTube isn't blurry. So you know what? Well, works perfectly. Good. I'm glad about that. Thank you for being my YouTube secretary over that side. we think it was just the system that night that was like that, because my daughter is actually streaming as well at the same time, and so it's not that, it's not our internet, it's just the system that we put it through. So it could be that. Anyway, look, so we got to the tape measures. So these are the merch that's going to be given out at our quilt show in September, on the 5th and 6th of September at Brighton Racecourse. Please do come along and support us if you're able to. And also they're going to be in our goodie bags. But what is only going to be in the goodie bags is the little sewing kit. So that is the front. Da, 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 da. Can you see? That is the front. And I'm going to show you what's inside, because it's very cute. What is inside? A little tiny little look at that. A tiny little sewing kit. It's so cute. You mean Facebook? Oh, well, both of them are hopefully they're both okay, Leon. And anyway, so that's those. And then we got some really cute little stickers, which are going to be given out at the show. And actually, they make quite nice little sewing machine decals. Although I would say they're not going to go on my other sewing machine in my big sewing room. I'm very happy to put on this one, but they're not going in the big one. The first thing that we got is this one, which is so cute. That one, like a little tiny little sticker. It's a tiny little sticker. Which I suppose is not tiny, actually. I mean, it is what, 2 inches wide by 2 inches tall, so it actually is quite big. And then the other one is the little mouse, our little binky little mouse. Look at that. And they are really good. When I'll be selling them, well, actually, I probably will be saving some after Kim, to be totally honest. And we might, give some away after the show. So don't worry, because we're live streaming the whole thing. We're literally live streaming the whole of our show from the morning to the afternoon, and I will make sure there's a few left over. So don't worry, we will get some out to people. And so there's those. And what else? Oh yes. So the other really exciting thing is, oh, you really missed me, have you really? Oh, Tiana, thank you so much. Do not fret, because I will be on for the rest of the week, hopefully. And hello Sandy, welcome. I mean, they may well end up in our SHQA shop, you never know, they might do, potentially. But I love the little mouse. But also what's really exciting, which I cannot show you because you have to wait for the video to go live, is that our really massive billboard advertising has actually gone up, and it's gone up earlier than I anticipated. I mean, I'm like, what? I'm really busy right now. I had that's not in my diary, because I was told it's going to go up on the 3rd, which obviously is supposed to be a week tomorrow, and it actually went up 2 days ago. So it's gone up nearly a whole 2 weeks earlier. Hello Rose, how are you? Hope you're good. So yes, so it's gone up a lot earlier than anticipated. Anyway, so I'm going to go and film it so you can see our big billboard. So we've got a massive billboard advertising our quilt show on a main archery road that goes into Brighton, and then also we've got our seafront advertising. It's going to go up as well. So as far as I'm aware, that hasn't gone up yet, because it's not due to go up, but it's probably going to go up in the next couple of days. So yes, it's really exciting. So I've had lots and lots of things going on. It's just like woo, a lot. Let me just put this here. Yes, so like I said, I did do lots of stitching on the ghost quilt. Do you remember the ghost quilt? I did a lot on that. I did all the lines are all now stitched in, and now started stitching around each ghost. So I thought what we would do is, first of all, we do some pencil cases, and I think these are the right size to use, because they want them to be hello Suzanne, how are you? Are you good? Thank you so much for all of the waves and the cats and everything else. And so they want them to be about a 20 centimetre wide by about 10, which is actually, so if you get, so this is what's called a layer cake. This is a 10-inch square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these to make them, and we're just going to get like a different colour for the inside. So I think that would be quite nice. And then the wadding, and then we'll put a zip across the top. I might box some of the corners off, might do some of them, but if not, we're just using like that, because what they want is, so Project Secret Santa is a charity that does lots of pencil cases for underprivileged children. They give them out at Christmas, and they put bits and bobs in them. I think a lot, obviously pens and pencils and stuff like that. But yeah, see, look, that's going to be perfect. So we're going to do a few of these. So I've got these ready, we can do. And then we've got some more of those, these things, those, which we can do. And so they're ready to go. And then, of course, I've got the stitching for the ghost quilt. So we're going to do some of that. So there's quite a few bits and bobs to do tonight. So hopefully you are really excited about that. We'll decide what to do about TikTok, because obviously Might be some people that want to join us and they won't be able to if you've been restricted, which is a bit of a nuisance. What do you think, Leon? Should we start? I'll give you. Should we restart, Leon? I'll give you the decision. Should we restart? Anyway, so let's find a different colour. So they're really, really easy to make, these pencil cases. I'll put my fabrics there. And so basically all I'm going to do is get the two 10-inch squares, and then I'm going to trim them along the bottom. So I've got 4 pieces to make the zippy pouch. Then I've got my wadding. Then I've got my zips. And there's my zips. Let me just see what zips I've got. I've got some 10-inch ones. Let me see. No, 7-inch. 7-inch going to be too short. Let me just have a little look. It may well be too short. Oh, it might work actually. Do you know what? These ones might be perfect. These are 7-inch. They might be perfect. Let me see what other sizes I've got. I think those are too small. Too small. I think they are. Let's have a look. Oh, you never know. Are they the same? Oh no, they are a little bit shorter. They look like they are a. Okay, so the white ones might actually work. They might work. I don't want to use the metal ones. These ones, I love these zips. These are really, really cute. Look, these have got like little flowery bits along the edge. So what's really good about these is that you can just sew these over the top of it. You don't have to like do it with like 4 pieces. You can just stitch it on top because it's got that nice little pretty band. So there's quite a few of those. They're 9-inch. What if I dropped something on the floor? There we go. Here we go. Put that there. Right, 11. Oh, okay. So that's an 11-inch. Oh, so I do have a few. I do have a few in this bundle of zips, because you know I have my other big boxes as well. So that's the 7. There an 8. Oh no, that's a nice zip to use. This, I like using that zip. That is not an 8. Why is that in the 8 box? I mean, technically speaking, let me see. Let me measure it. So what have you been up to? Anyway, let me know. What have you been up to the last couple of days? Have you been up to anything interesting? Are you doing any sewing? What is the weather like where you are? So I do think we are going to restart TikTok. I think that's what we're going to do. Oh my goodness me. Right. I think we'll get out some 8s. And we'll just go from there. That's what I reckon. It's a case of which ones should we use? Otherwise we'll be here all night deciding which zips to use. That is what's going to happen. I'm going to put that over there. I mean, they're not that the fabric is not that interesting, but there is some pink ones, and I could put one of my little labels on the front, couldn't I? We could do that. Okay, so you've got that one. Okay. Right, let's just restart the TikTok situation. Very sorry, YouTubers. We always have this issue. Let's just restart. Go live. Here we are. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go there. And then we're going to go there. That's it. Done. Let's hope. Let's hope that's going to work. Let's hope it's going to work. Right. Okay. So the pencil cases are really, really, really cute little thing to make, and very easy out of a square, out of a layer cake square. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it into 2 pieces. I mean, we could make it a little bit interesting. Hello, Essie. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Michael. See, now everybody is coming on in onto TikTok. It could be really interesting and do like alternate the fabrics on the inside and the outside. That will probably work really, really well, I reckon. So we'll do that. I'm going to get my bits of wadding. So I did actually pull out some wadding bits that I can zigzag together to make them bigger. That is that. So this should be a nice bit. I'm going to sip of my tea. So yeah. So what have you been up to the last couple of days? Have you had a good weekend? So yeah, so I've had quite a nice couple of days actually. It's been a nice little rest, even though I obviously welcome back Kim, you made it back. Hello Maria. Even though it was my daughter's birthday. I still did some sewing. So actually I did finish a quilt square as well, from the Grandma's flowers. You might remember those. I finished that, so that's exciting. And then did loads on the ghost quilt, absolutely loads. I'm really, really chuffed. And I finished Joshua's quilt, so that's really, really good. Right, so my first job is obviously to find enough wadding for these. So you only actually need, hello Lally, welcome to you. You only need to have your wadding on 2 of the pieces. I'm going to put it, doesn't really matter really when it's the outside or the inside, in honesty. I might go that way actually, because look, we might be able to get more in that way. I think we will. I think we will. Yes, right. So they shouldn't take too long to make actually, these cute little pencil cases, because I have seen some where they have some have been sent directly to the charity, but some have been sent to us, and I have seen some that have been boxed. The corners have been boxed off, which is really, really nice. Thank you so much, Ms. Bar, for sending a rose. Thank you so much. Hello, Natasha. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. So I'm going to change over to my zippy foot. That's the one that you need. Right. So I think I'm going to do like that. I'm going to alternate it. I think that'd be quite cute. Make it a bit more snazzy, eh? There won't be that many pencil cases, will there, with one side that's got like blue and one side that's got green. So now I'm going to put the zip on. I think this zip works well. Look, it's about the right size. So the first thing I'm going to do, so if you've seen me make like zippy pouches and crazy patchwork ones before, it's the same kind of process really, in all honesty. Hello Ms. Bar, yes I do have a TikTok shop, so you can go and have a look at my TikTok shop if you want to. You are very welcome to. There are some bits and bobs in there you can get, like patterns, and there's actually a quilt and there's some kits and that kind of stuff. Hello Daisy, how are you? Are you good? Have you had a good last couple of days? So now I'm going to stitch along here. So I think I'm probably not going to box off the corners initially on these, I think. Let me just do a little, where's my snippers? There's my snippers. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's done it straight away. I wonder if I leave it, what's going to happen? You've ordered your material for your Christmas wreath. That's amazing, Sarah. And you've finished school for 6 weeks. Woohoo! Well done, Daisy. Well done, Daisy. Hold on a minute. Well, looks like we might be going for third time lucky tonight then, by the looks of it. 18 minutes in, it's done it twice. Oh dear. Anyway, right. We're going to carry on. We're going to sew this, and I'm so happy you got your fabric, Sarah. That's really, really exciting to make your Christmas quilts. Right. So what I'm going to do, maybe if you've seen me do this before, what you need to do is you need to move the zip further down. Hello Rita. Hello Misty. Welcome. Hope you're good. Different patterns, but all the same material. Amazing. So that's obviously for your quilt. And are you going to do when I work on the Christmas table runner, are you going to sew along with one of those, Sarah? Hopefully you are. Okay, so that's that one done. You are, yay, amazing. Oh, don't worry, I will give you lots of warning for that. It's going to be well after our quilt show. I was just saying that our merch came for our quilt show, and that's really exciting. Right, so now I've done that side. So look, I'm doing green on that side and blue on that side, and then I'm going to do the opposite on this one, which means moving it up to there. So if you're watching on any of your other social media platforms, if you're watching over on YouTube or on Facebook or any of the others, please do say hello, because I can see the comments. If you've got any questions, and also please ask. I'm very happy to answer anything. If I know the answer, I will. And if you haven't met me before, my name is Rachel, and I am the CEO and founder of the So Happy Quilters Association, and our membership is completely free. You can sign up for that on our website. Just click on the join button. And we've got our next newsletter that is going to go out next week. I think it's going out Thursday, I think. But yes, I've had another, did you say 30 squares of 5 by 5? Yes, so I think it's going to be more than that. I mean, it depends, Sarah. It is 30 squares, so it's basically 3 rows of 10, 3 rows of 10. But then if you want to do the prairie points around the edge, you're going to need more. But you can just do that one first. And it might be a good idea to do that first. So you can start off with 30 if you want to. We'll do a little Christmas table run at some point. Hello, Rosie. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. So again, we will see how TikTok goes. And if it starts being a pain, hopefully it will sort itself out. Right, so I'm putting the other 2 sides on. And I will put our little labels on this. Would you advise to use those zigzag scissors to trim the edge or not? To be honest, it doesn't really matter. If you're going to use a rotary trimmer, then you can just rotary trim them. Are you gonna do that? Are you using it on a board, or are you just gonna like draw a 5-inch template and trim around the 5-inch template? What is your plan? Because if you're going to use one of these, and it doesn't really matter really. You don't necessarily have to. I mean, if you're looking at the ones I'm working on now, that's because these actually came like that. And this has been a right pain. I can't move the zip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim it off there. And then I'm going to put it down there. There we go. So, and we're going to carry on with this little pencil case. Yeah, so this is for the Secret Santa project, which is very, very cute. And it's run by a charity, and the deadline is the 30th of September. So I thought, you know, let's get a few done before the deadline is up. Right. So, but yeah, so this week coming, there's quite a lot going on actually, because we've got our I'm not going to Festival Quilts events this week. They start on Thursday. So Thursday we've got 2 wonderful. Look at that. Wonderful. I mean, I could do a top stitch, but you know what? I'm going to leave it. Right. So yeah, so Thursday we've got 2 wonderful Zoom, completely free workshops you can get involved in. You book them via our website. Just go onto the events page and you can sign up from there. And that is, one of them is a long arm quilting demo, and then the other one is an Inktense pencil demo. So that's really exciting. And then on the Friday this week coming, we have got a completely free Zoom sewing day with myself and some of the rest of our team, which is very exciting. We're not going to Festival Quilts. And then next Saturday, there is a workshop with me, which is a G's Ben inspired workshop. Again, you can book that on our website. And then on Sunday next week is 2 very special YouTube live streams. One of them is looking around at RSHQA shop, and then the other one is some historic quilts, which is going to be very exciting. Anyway, so now I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch all the way around. I'm going to leave a hole, and I need to turn it through. So my first job, to keep it straight really, is to put some quilter's clips on it. I mean, I could change over the zipper foot if I want to, but you don't necessarily have to do, but you can do if you want to. So yeah, right, so I'm going to stitch. I'm going to leave a hole there. You found some? Did you really? How amazing, Sarah! I love that. Love that. Is that has it got the shop on it, or has it got, or is it just their one? They do have some really lovely fabric actually. Hello Evie, welcome to you. Hope you're good. Okay, so let's stitch all the way around here. Let's see who else is joining us. Send a screenshot of it here. Oh, amazing! I will have a look. Sarah. I can't wait. So I'm going to do a little, there we go. Just going to see if hello Evelyn, how are you? Are you good? Hope you're well. Hello KW, welcome to you. Nice to meet you, Evelyn. Are you having a good weekend? Oh, have you had a good weekend? So I'm just making a little pencil case for a charity called Project Secret Santa for underprivileged children to get the little. They provide a lot of pencil cases at Christmas. They're very cute little things to get involved in, actually. I'm just going to leave my my zipper foot on. I think I'm going to need. Oh no, maybe not. I think I'm going to need some more bobbins. That's the word. I think I. Oh, good. Hello, KW. How are you? You good? Hello, Sal. Welcome to you. Have you had a good weekend? So yes, I'm just making some pencil cases because the deadline for them is the 30th of September. So I do think, you know, a few people have sent some to us, so I've got to send them on. And see, look, it's going to be quite cute because one side is blue, one side is green. And I thought to myself the other day, I thought, well, I've got some old layer cake squares which I can use to make a pencil case. If you don't know what a layer cake square is, it's a 10-inch square. So a layer cake is basically fabric that's been made into, trimmed into 10-inch squares, and then a charm pack is one that's been made into 5-inch squares. And so I mean, a layer cake is quite good to work with, actually, because if you're like new to quilting, you can easily get one of those and just stitch them all together in like a square kind of shape, and then have that as your quilt. That would work really, really well. Right, so let's see if I can try and turn this through. It's looking quite fun, actually. It's in 2 colours. Look at that. Can you see? It is in 2 colours. Let's just pop those out. I want to make sure I've got no holes. Put that there. Put that there. Ah. Hello, Sammy. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. So we been doing any sewing, Pauline? Right, so I haven't actually caught that right at the end. So what I'm going to do, this is a good thing as well about when you sewing something and you're pulling it through, just to make sure you have actually caught all the edges. Because if you haven't, then what you can do is I usually just put my fingers on like there, pull that bit back through, and then just make sure you stitch that bit again. And there's loads of reasons why that happens. Sometimes the fabric can move underneath. Sometimes you might just go off at a little angle, but it's very easy to rectify it, that's for sure. So now I'm going to pull that back through. There we go. Oh, it's a teeny tiny. Oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? Teeny tiny bit. I think what's going to happen as well when I make these, my little friend Joshua's going to see them. He's going to want one, isn't he? He's going to be like, oh, what are your pencil cases? Yeah, so Joshua's quilt is all finished, and I'm going to be giving it to him in a couple of weeks, which is really exciting. Evelyn says I brought a whole bunch of zippers. I don't know how everyone even assembles them. I'm so frustrated. Ah, well, the thing is, Evelyn, just buy them like that. Buy them like that. Because honestly, the time it takes to, you know, to put the zip on, it's just too much. I've got all these gadgets going to try and put zippers on, but yeah, it's not worth your energy. It really isn't worth it. Just buy ones that are already made, already put together. I mean, there are funny little gadgets, but they are quite like difficult. So now what I need to do is sew up that hole where I turned it through. I'm going to do that right now. My zip's going that way. So Evelyn, what was your? Yeah, no, it's not just you. It is not just you, Evelyn. But what was your plan with those? What was your plan when you got them? I think sometimes, you know, you can. I've been to like quilt shows and I've seen loads of gadgets, but they're all very, very fiddly. I was at the sewing retreat once and a lady showed me how to do them. And I thought, even I can't do that. It's just like, no, absolutely not. But yeah, but what was your plan with them? Right, so there you go. There's a cute little pencil case. Ah, just going to push those corners out there. I'm going to give it a lion. There you go. There's one. The first little pencil clip. And how long did that take? Literally like well, not even half an hour, because obviously I've had to been up and down restarting TikTok, haven't I? I quite like the way it looks, 2 colours. I quite like that. That looks quite cool there, actually. That does look quite cool. So let's do another one. I mean, maybe I probably should top stitch it, because it won't. Well, I mean, if you iron it flat, it should be absolutely fine. There we go. One little pencil case. Do you buy your zippers in bulk? Absolutely, yes, I do. I literally, so like I buy a whole bulk like that, you see, Evelyn, and they're much easier to, you know, and I think they're much cheaper as well to get them like that. So I'm going to go for, actually, let's get the colours first of all. Let's go for a pink and a yellow. How about pink and a yellow? Pink and yellow would be nice, wouldn't it? And definitely not you. See you twice and never again. Even to succeed twice, Kim, is pretty amazing. This fabric's really cute because it's got a really like mottly effect. Can you see that? Really mottly effect. It's quite nice. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do, so it's like I said, it's a 10-inch square, which is from, these are all left over from a layer cake. From where, oh, usually look on, well, I've already been restricted, so I don't suppose it matters. But look on eBay, Evelyn. That's where I get mine from. Look for the words job lot. That's the word, job lot. A job lot off. I love searching for a job lot off. Right, so let's get the wadding again. So we only need, like I said earlier, we only need two bits of wadding. So I'm going to do one here. The other one's going to be there. Is it going to be enough? Oh, no. It's just, no, it's not long enough. Right, fine. Have to get another bit. I'm wondering whether, actually, would that work? No, I'm going to go there. Because if I go there, then I've got this whole bit here to be able to use something else. Oh, you're very welcome, Evelyn. Very welcome. You're going to have a look. You're all going to check it now, aren't you? You're all looking at, right, look for the job lot. Job lot. Yeah, because also as well, when there's a lot of like haberdashery shops and stuff like that that close down, or people that sell all their stock on, you can get quite good deals actually. They last for ages. That's the other thing. Right. So what colours is it? Oh, first of all, I need to get some more wadding. I should just need to check something. Hold on a minute. There we are. Okay, amazing. Right. So that's the first one. And then the second one. I love a good job. I love having a good rubbish. Right, exactly, Sarah. Exactly. That is the whole reason. And there's always little bits and bobs in it, isn't there, that you don't actually expect. You're like, oh, love that little bit. Love that little bit. I went to this, I think the best one I've ever got, actually. I'm just trying to think, what was the best one I ever got? A stash bag. That's the other thing, a stash bag. Those ones good. But no, a job lot's really good. Yeah, probably. But then I was just thinking, sometimes when I was a florist, and so if you don't know that about me, I will tell you. I was, oh look, I have somebody saying, so in a charity pencil case from scraps. Exactly, I am. Hello, Shan, welcome to you, hope you're good. Yes, I was a florist for 12 years before I became the CEO and founder of the So Happy Quilters Association. And I used to love buying a job lot when I was florist because you would get some really interesting things in it. You know, like when I needed ribbons and stuff like that. And sometimes I would just, if there was like 1 or 2 things in the job lot that I liked, then always has a good. Oh, does it really, Sarah? Interesting. Love that. Let's do a white. Let's do a white pencil case zip up. Yeah. So sometimes I used to like get all the bits and bobs and then take out what I wanted and then create it into another job lot and then get rid of it again. So it was quite fun. It was quite fun. And I you know, take out what you want. And sometimes it's like getting bits, but yeah, I do love a haberdashery job lot, especially if it involves ribbons Ribbons and buttons are always quite good. Right, so now I've done the next one. I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to stitch down. I'm looking amazing for fine. It definitely is. Here, let's have a little look. Always go down funny angles, don't we? When we are chit-chatting. So have you got any other questions you want to ask? Please do ask some questions. I'm very happy to answer them. Right, and I'm going to see, is this zip going to move, or am I going to have to stop it? And oh, look, straight away. Did it straight away. That's very exciting. That is very, very exciting. Put that one down. I think I might do a little top stitch on this one. We'll have a little look. The trouble is, this is all rammed up at the moment. And technically, if I'm going to do a top stitch, you really want to like iron it as well. So I'm going to pull that one down to there. It's quite nice. It looks like one of those rhubarb and custards. You can add a border trim on the quilt. The plan to do. Could you order? Oh, that'd be too much. You can add a border if you want to on the quilt, Sarah. You could add a. What would be really nice is 2.5-inch border. I mean, or you could do a 5-inch border if they're 5-inch squares. That does actually go quite well. That would look very nice. Why not? I quite often add a border. Yes, why not? If I want it to be a certain size, or just to make it a little bit more interesting, then I add a little border. Okay, so now, yeah, I was just thinking, wasn't I? That this, you know, those I like a good border. There you go. Add a border on it. Why not? I'm just thinking that this one looks like those rhubarb and custard sweets. Do you know those? Do you know which ones I mean? That's what it looks like, one of those rhubarb and custard. It's quite cute. Hello, bunny girl. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Hope you had a good weekend. So yeah, so I've got yet another busy week coming up. I will be live tomorrow night, but it might be a bit later. Not sure tomorrow at the moment. Got a few bits and bobs to do during the day. And then I'm not sure about Tuesday, but definitely I will be live on Wednesday and onwards. Lovely broadcasters. Anything. Did you wait and see this then, Sarah? Because I think you're going to go, I want that pencil case. I want that pencil case. Looks like I don't know why it just popped into my head. I was like, looks a bit like one of those sweets. I haven't had one of those in ages. Honestly, ages. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Hope you are well. Yes, it went really, really well. Thank you so much, Sharon. She had a lovely, lovely birthday. And we had a lovely time. A few bits and bobs that we did. And I did my work on the ghost quilt when we were watching our films and stuff. And I can't wait to show you guys that in a minute. I'll show you that in a bit. What is a cornerstone? Oh, so a cornerstone. Obviously I missed your comment, Kim, saying about a cornerstone. Basically, a cornerstone is like if you've done a trim across the top, like there, and then you've joined it across here and you've joined it down there. You have this square which you could put something in there. If that makes sense. That's what a cornerstone is. But I mean, you could instead just do like a border across the top, do the top and the bottom, and then do the size. You do the same size as squares. There you are. Yeah. Look at this. It looks like a. Does that look like a rhubarb and custard? I think it does. It's very cute. It's very cute. Right. So I'm going to do the same with this one. And all I need to do, first of all, just need to push that down there. Make sure it's flat. Make sure it's flat as well. Are you good, Sharon? Hope you're well. Did you go looking on TikTok, Sharon, by any chance? You have to let me know because it has been got at tonight. We've been got at twice so far, which is right. I'm a little bit concerned here that my fabric, my wadding goes over the side of my fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it back, which I can do because it's the same on the other side as well. I'm going to trim it back. There we go. Now that we shouldn't have a problem, hopefully. So now we're going to stitch these together. It's the only way you learn, by asking questions. Use YouTube as well. Absolutely. Yeah. Ask all the questions. Ah. Ask all the questions you want, Sarah Nesbitt. There's no trouble at all. That's what life is. A school day every day. What was I learned the other day? And my husband went, wow, it's a school day every day. I learned something completely new. I think it's because there was a program that we were watching. And I was thinking, oh, well, that's interesting. Right. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to leave a hole here. So I'm going to stitch all the way around. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you so much. It's one of those really cool, cool tops because it's been really hot, isn't it? That's the problem. So I'm going to stitch all the way around. I'm going to leave a hole there. Let's do that. I'd like to see if I can get maybe 3 to 5 of these done. Then and then that's a good start, I reckon, for our donation to the charity. We're definitely going to put our little labels on it. We do have our pink ones. I found a bit of wadding. It must have been from some project that I did at some point, and it's a different. I think this potentially might be a bamboo one thing. I think from somewhere. There we go. And we're going to go round. We're going to pivot on the corner. Now we're going to go down again. Thank you, Sarah Nesbitt, for looking at my live. Thank you so much. We love bamboo. It's definitely got a different feel, hasn't it, Kim? It really has. I don't like I say, it's not something that I work in. And actually, that said, I think it might have come in a job lot. I think it did. No, seriously, I think it did. I think it came in when I got from somewhere. I don't know where. I got from somewhere a job lot of wadding offcuts, and I think that's where that came from. Because look, you see the yellowy one there, and then that's the white one. Oh, will I need stuffing for the quilt? Oh, you'll need wadding. You need wadding, Sarah. So get some 80-20. I'd recommend 80-20 blend of wadding. That's the one you need, which is actually what I've got in there. It's like this really thin one. Can you see that one? It's that. That's what you need. Yeah, because you'll definitely need that. Most definitely. Ah, look at that. It definitely looks like a rhubarb. Look at that. Doesn't that look like a rhubarb and custard sweet? It definitely does. Right, row down A21. Yeah, there you go. And I mean, you probably need if you went for like a meter, I think that would be more than enough actually, because you only need it for one side. Right, we're checking the corners. Now, what I didn't do in the other one was I didn't push the corners out enough. So I'm going to push the corner out there. And that one there. And then going to just make sure there's no other little holes. I know the colours are coming really together, aren't they? I mean, it's much more interesting than see to do that little bit again. I had a feeling I didn't catch that bit. It's much more interesting than just doing it plain colour. I mean, right. Look at how did that? Let's just stitch that all again. Just going to pop that down there. Not getting dark yet, is it? Nearly dark. There we go. But I know somebody's now saying, show how to make a quilt and chatting about fabric. We're still making pencil cases. AI summary. Battenberg cake. It does look like a Battenberg cake, doesn't it, Sharon? It does. Right. So again, I'm going to stitch that little hole in. Make sure my corners are all poked out as much as they can get poked out. Obviously, I'm only doing it a little bit because otherwise we'll catch that. Don't go through. So I've turned the hole in, and then I'm going to do another stitch over there. And then we'll do another one. What time are we? We're on 45 minutes. We've done 2 in 45 minutes. That's really good. If I can get, look, that's definitely got Battenberg ish, isn't it? I'm wondering about. No, I think that'd be okay. That'll be fine. Allergic to nuts, so I'll stick with rhubarb and custard. Oh, I love the dark nights. Are you born in the winter by any chance, Sarah? That's probably why. Because I'm the same. I prefer it in the evening when it's darker. There we go. There is another. Look at that. Look at that. February. No way. What date? I'm in February as well. There you go. It doesn't look at that. It doesn't that look like a rhubarb and custard? It does, doesn't it? Looks like a sweet. 27th. A bit further on than me. I'm on the 8th. I'm on the 8th. There we go. Right. That one. We got 2. We'll do another one. Let's do another one. Actually, before we do that, I need a sip of my tea. Lovely. Thank you, Sharon. Right. Let's do a different colour. We haven't done. Let me see. There's a darker green. I don't want to think about it too much. Oh, that's a nice one. We did the blue. How about if we do that one with a pink, a blue and pink, or blue and, how about blue and peach? Blue and peach. Blue and peach. What do you reckon to that? Blue and peach. What does that look like? Right. So it's always worth holding on to. Hello, Laurie. How are you? Are you good? It's always worth hanging on to 10-inch squares, or if you've got like some fabric and you don't know what to do with it, then make it into 10-inch squares, because you can make up nice little projects with 10-inch squares. You could do some really, really nice. Actually, I'm always tempted to do that. We could do. I'm getting a bit too complicated now. Let's get this one done, and then we might have to think about doing something in a different direction, because you know what I'm like. I'm just thinking you could easily do a quarter square triangle using these. So these are really good. I mean, it would make it a little bit smaller by the time you stitch it together, but it would look quite cute though. It would look quite cute, because then you could mix that. Okay, maybe we'll do that in a minute. Right. Let's get the wadding ready. Get our bamboo wadding. This one's white though. I don't know why this one's white. Obviously came from somewhere else, but it definitely came from a job lot. I know that much, because I remember getting it in a big bag of stuff. Yeah, so I finished off. I will show you actually. When I go to shut my curtains in a bit, I'll show you the patchwork cushion square thing that I finished, and it's possible, if I can work out what I want to put on the back of it and turn it into a cushion, it might be one of our prizes at our quilt show. It might be. Don't know yet, because we're gonna be doing a raffle at our quilt show, so it is possible. But yeah, we're on like how many weeks now? 6 weeks. Oh my goodness. Getting so close. Okay, so let's decide what colour zip. So we either go for a white again, or we go for a blue. I don't think the green would go. No, I think I'm tempted to go. How about a nice chunky. Oh, what's the pink? Yeah, the trouble with the pink one. The pink one's got a metal zip, and that's really, really, very, very beachy vibes. I suppose it has, isn't it, Sarah? I suppose it has. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do a different pattern. I think I might do a quarter square triangle. I think that'd be quite cute, I reckon. Right. Which means I might change my presser foot back to the other one. Oh, if you saw it, I finally got around to putting up that review that I did of that little tiny sewing machine that I got from the range. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it? So I did put it up on, it went up yesterday. It's on our TikTok, it's on our YouTube, it's on our Facebook and our Instagrams and all of those. And yeah, I mean, it's an interesting machine. I mean, I think, you know, you can't do much more on it than 2 layers of fabric, in all honesty. And for me, it's a little bit noisy, but you know, what do you expect for that kind of price of sewing machine, really? But it's definitely good for kids. Any tips on how you sew straight? Oh, well, yeah, you draw them. Basically, there's loads of tips, Sarah. Loads and loads of tips. One of them is, so you know your presser foot. You know your presser foot. Well, what you do is, right, so imagine this is your fabric that you're sewing, and that's your presser foot. So what you do is you run the presser foot literally on the edge of the fabric, and that way, so if your fabric is straight, that way it will stay straight. Always run it along the edge of it. That's one tip. The other tip is to get yourself one of these, which is called a quilter's quarter. And then what you could do is use one of these, which is a iron-on pen, and then you draw a line, actually, which I'm going to do next. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then you draw a line, and then you sew down that line. That is a wonderful way. There are some fancy gadgets, like there's a light that you can get that shines a light on it, so you can like follow the lights. That also keeps it straight. To be totally honest, I'll be absolutely honest with you, Sarah. The absolute best way, really, is practice. Practice. Yeah, that is the absolute truth of the matter. Because you can use all these gadgets to help you, and also, like for example, so you see on this sewing machine. So on my plates, I might as well show you. If I take it, I'll show you. On my silver plate there's actually lines. So if you keep the fabric on that line, that will make it straight. You've also got lines on the bobbin cover. That keeps it straight. And also, if you have a table like this, and then you've got this like a tape measure here, then you can literally keep it coming down on there to keep it straight as well. That is, there you go. You can also get a 1/4 inch foot. That's another one, which is one of these little things. Get a 1/4 inch foot. If you want to do a quarter inch line, you can get one of those. So suggested by Kim, which is a good suggestion. Right. So my zip is moving. Where are you going? Let's move it up to there. And move it in. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, it will definitely get better. Or, of course, the other alternative is, if you're going to do some quilting, do a wobbly line. Do a wobbly line, literally. So I love doing a number 44 or number 20 on this machine because it's got a wobbly line. We'll try out these before I get technical. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is the best thing to do. So do that bit again. My zipper moved. Right. I just need to do that a little bit again. And then we'll do, I'm just trying to think. It would look different, I reckon. Hello, HLC, welcome to you. Hope you're good. So look, so what's this one? Is this still giving beach vibes? Beach vibes. That's the word. Beach vibes. Now the kids are off school. Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? So all the kids are off school. Oh, 6 weeks of pure bliss. I hope you guys are very much looking forward to that. Oh yeah, if you've got any kids, that is, any kiddos off school. Fortunately, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Although my little good friend Joshua, he'll be, I don't know actually, I need to message Danny and ask her, how does he feel? Because my little friend Joshua loves school. I think he'd be a bit gutted. No, he's not going. I'm not going to message her later and ask her, hello Tango, how are you? Are you good? We're doing some pencil cases tonight. Well, I'm starting off with a few, and then I'm going to do a 1/4 square triangle in a minute and see how that pattern comes out. And we are on an hour. I always like to see how much we can get done on the space of time. Yes, if you're watching on any of our other social media platforms, if you're over on YouTube or anywhere else, if you want to make a comment, please do, because I can see the comments. And if you've got any questions you want to ask, you're very welcome to ask me questions, anything about sewing or about me, or about the So Happy Quilters Association. I will answer the questions if I can. And look at that one. What do you think of that one? This is very, very cute. I'm going to pull the zip up to there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do the other one different. That's for sure. We'll just do a little, smooth it out, move it out. This one's going to need a little bit of a trimming. What we're going to do is we're going to found who are the pencil cases for? Oh, I'll tell you in a minute, Sharon. Found a new. So this thing. Oh, that's a good bargain. That was in Sarah. So the pencil cases, Sharon, are for an amazing charity called Project Secret Santa, and the deadline is the 30th of September to get these some pencil cases in. And then what happens is the charity fills them with like little gifts and things like that, and then they give them out to underprivileged children in the UK. And yeah, and there is, you can go onto their website, there is an address you can send them to. However, you can send them to us and we can send them on, because we are getting quite a collection now to send on to them. Obviously, they're not one of our, if you like, our partnered charities, but they are one that we are definitely helping out. I love anything to do with helping kiddos for Christmas. So yes, that's who they're for. And using 10-inch squares, which are from a layer cake, is a really, really fun thing to do, because you're using up all those squares that you might have left over. And they, hold on a minute, sorry, to make sure I got that right. Hello Nilly, welcome to you. They are the right size of what they want for the pencil cases. So yeah, that's who they're for. So now I'm going to do this one again, and then we'll definitely do something different for the next one, I reckon. So you're looking forward to getting stuck into that then, Sarah? Into your new cross-stitch pattern. How can I go? Oh yeah, that'll work. I'm just thinking, is it? Oh yeah. Just checking, have I left the zip undone? Because there's nothing worse. And believe me, I've done that before, where I have stitched all the way around and then found that the zip is not open. So you've got to try and work out how you're going to get the zip open. It is doable, but it does take a while. It takes ages. Right, so about 10 minutes, I'm going to go and shut my curtains. And I'll show you what I finished. I'll show you that square that I finished. It does need a bit of an, it is a bit of an iron actually. I might iron the back of it. And then we'll do a different one. We'll do a half square triangle. Oh, in the world of quilting, a HST. I had to write one of my patterns actually the other day, and it's got some half square triangles in it. And the trouble is, sometimes, you know, not everybody, you don't know straight away what a HST is. So you can't just always put a HST. So I start off with like half square triangle, typing it all out, and then I'll put HST. Okay. There we go. Oh, my lovely Lottie. How are you, Lottie? How have you been the last couple of days? Have you had a good couple of days? I'm doing pencil cases, Lottie. I bet you'd love a pencil case. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Are you good? So now I'm going to turn it through and hope we've caught it all this time. This will obviously be third time lucky if it is. Let's see. This one is, oh, peach and blue. Very nice. It's like one of those surprise, you know, those surprise toys that you can get. You know, where you open the box and there's always little bits of box. That's what this looks like, doesn't it? When you turn it through and you don't know what it's going to look like. When you turn it through, you're like, oh, it's exciting. It's exciting. Right. Oh, look at that one. Peach and blue. Peach and blue goes very well. Okay, so there we go. That's that one. Right, so make sure I've stitched it there. So what else has been going on? Well, obviously, like I said, we've got our merch. That's really exciting. But now we've got a bit more bits and bobs to do. And I'm very excited to go and see our boarding, our roadside banners that have gone up for our quilt show. That's going to be like, oh, going to go and see those, go and see that. I'm hoping to go and see it tomorrow. That is my plan. Okay, so now, so that one was third time lucky because I got every single bit of it, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a very easy half square triangle. You may remember when we were doing, what did we do? Oh, we did the North Star, didn't we? We did the North Star the other night. That had a half square triangles in it. So this one, this is going to be slightly bigger, and it will make this, make it look, the pencil case look a bit more interesting. So I think what I might go do, I might go and shut my curtains first before we start the next one. Okay. So there we go. There's another one. Oh, right, we didn't like that one. So we got a blue with a peach, and then we got a pink with a cream, and then we've got a blue with a green. 3 of them. That's not bad, is it? It's taken an hour to make 3 pencil cases. How amazing is that? Right. I was going to quickly go and shut my curtains, and then, actually before I go, I'm going to have a sip of my tea. It's getting lighter and it's getting darker and darker every night. And then we could do a half square triangle one. I'd love to see how that comes out. Right, 1 minute. I'll be back. Oh. Oh. Where is that thing? There it is. I am back. So yes, look. Well, this is something that I finished over the last couple of days. What do you reckon? So do you remember the quilt that I've got made in this? So this is all hand sewn. So I've got a quilt that this size. Sorry, this like this. It looks like this. And so this is a, what did I do it as? A 16-inch, so 17-inch square. It's a 17-inch square. And then I'm going to put the backing on it, and then I'm going to make it into a cushion, and might have it as one of our prizes at the quilt show, maybe. It's nice, isn't it, Kim? So it's all, so this is all done in, so it's like English paper piecing, but it's all been done in hexiform, so you don't take, so they're like fabric templates in the back, so you don't take them out, you leave them all in. And I finished it. I was really, really excited to finish it. That's one of the things I did over the last couple of days. It does need an iron, and it needs an iron. We'll put it on the ironing pile. We do it all in one hit. Okay, so let's do a half square triangle in 2 different colours. I'm just trying to think. I suppose it doesn't really matter now, does it? What we do. I do like the lilac one. Let's do the lilac. Let's do a lilac with, don't think that's going to be contrasty enough. Hello, Hads. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. And with, what about, how about a lemon? How about, yes. How about the lemon, that one. There you go. Right, so this is how you do a half square triangle, okay? Basically, you put your right side of fabric to right side of fabric like that. Make sure they are bang on top of each other. I definitely would put some pins in it because that's going to stop it from moving. Obviously, this is good. This is going to be a bit of a longer version pencil case, shall we say. Then you're going to get your half square triangle. Actually, I'm going to get a ruler, might be longer. Oh yeah, not longer, are you? Okay, doesn't particularly matter because all you're going to do is draw from one corner to the other corner. You could actually fold it in half and then iron it if you want to. So I'm just going to go there to there. Slightly move it a little bit. That should be fine. Okay, so I've measured up that side. It's good to start it a little bit there. Hello, Stella. I think I saw someone else just coming in then as well. Right, and then you're going to go. That's it. So you're going to do a line down the middle. Just like that. And now you've got your line down the middle. You can use your half square triangle. Hello, Christine. It's been good here. Cool. It definitely has, Christine. It definitely has been cooler here in the UK. Thank goodness. Although, did I hear it's going to get hotter again? Please don't want that. Right. So you're going to get your half square triangle. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line that one side of the middle drawn line. So that's like your all the way down. Using your heat erasable pen, of course. We're going to move that down. And the good thing with the quilter's quarter is because it's see-through, you can see, obviously, like where your line is. But then you're going to turn it and do another one. Now, I am going to have to change my presser foot for this because I need to be able to see when I'm stitching down the line. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down both those outer lines, and then once you stitch down the outer lines, you're going to snip down the middle. So I'm going to take that one out. Well, that's my zipper foot. That's my little thin zipper foot. This is my normal foot. Now I'm going to stitch down the outer line. And this is how you keep it straight, you see, because you've got a line that you can follow. And this presser foot that I've got is quite good because I can actually see through it as well. This makes the pencil case a little bit more interesting, doesn't it, really? How are you, Christine? Are you good? You had a good weekend? Oh, I'm definitely going to need my iron on in a minute. We'll see how this one comes out. I mean, if this one looks good, we'll do another one, and then we'll do some of those key fob things again, because I'm trying to keep up with doing those. I'm trying to keep up with doing like 5 or 6 a day. So now I'm going to stitch down the middle. I mean, in all honesty, as long as you stitch somewhere in the middle, you don't have to go down the actual line now because we've done the stitching on the outside. So that's pretty good. And then you're going to open it out, and voila, there is your half square triangle. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to first of all make some space because I need to use the iron. Let me see. I might iron that. We'll do some wadding. We'll do some wadding stitching as well. We could do that because I need to use up those pieces. And that needs to go over there. Put that down there for a minute. You can see what I mean. Look, there's loads of bits and bobs. Put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there, put that over there. I can go there. Right now, I'm gonna iron it out. And you can, if you want to, make the seams go flat on the back, or you can just iron it over in one direction. There we go. There is one. So this one will be a little bit smaller than the other pencil cases, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. There is 2. So now what we're going to do is obviously so that is your half square triangle, you see. Really easy, look. So if you made loads of these together, you can have them in a really nice, like, kind of zigzaggy effect, or you can have them like that, and you can have them like that. Loads of opportunities. Hello, Alexandra. How are you? You good? So what I'm going to do is obviously we're making these into pencil cases. So I'm going to fold that over. This is going to be a really interesting pencil case. Then I'm going to snip it there. And I'm going to get this one. So we're going to do the same. Actually, do you know what? Why don't we get a different, should I get different lining? Because it'd be a shame to have that. Do you think it'd be a shame to have that as a lining? It almost will, in a way, won't it? Let's get, so look, I've got 2 more lilacs. 1, 2. I've got another cream. Does seem a bit of a shame to have it as the it's kind of hidden, isn't it? I could tell you what, let's do them both in lilac. Let's do that. Okay. I know what we're doing. So now we're definitely making another 2. So I'm just going to put the plain on the inside. And obviously the that. Oh, hang on a minute. TikTok's giving us a puzzle to play with. Hold on a minute. Oh, I did it. Hello, Sandra. I just did the TikTok game. I'm very excited about that. So that's going to be one side and that's going to be the other side. So it'd be quite interesting. Okay. So that's that one. Leave it there for now. And then we do this one. Because you could, there's loads of different ways of doing it. Because obviously you could go that way. Let's go that way. Let's do it a little bit. Let's do them both different. Yeah, I do think it'd be a shame to have the nice fat. Hello, Sandra. How are you? Are you good? Be nice. Be a bit shame to have the fancy pattern. I mean, you know, you could put it on the inside, but I'm gonna put them on the outside. What am I making? So I am making pencil cases, Sandra. We've just done 3. I'm about to do another 2. They're different on each side. Can you see that? Look, different fabrics on each side. Because I'm making them for the Secret Santa project. So if you tried to find me earlier on TikTok, then it restricted me twice. That could be why you couldn't see me. But yeah, making them for the Secret Santa project, which is a charity that give out pencil cases to underprivileged children in the UK, obviously at Christmas. And the deadline is the 30th of September. And I thought, you know what? I'll do some of those tonight. Do some of those. Because I have got more quilt show stuff impending very soon. I have got more sashes that need to be finished. And then obviously the bunting as well. So I thought before we start, oh, that's stitching. Make sure I get some of these done. Yes, it's a good little, it's a nice little charity project to get involved in, really. And you know, if you want to, you can send them to us at our PO box address, and we can send them on. Or you can send them directly to the charity. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing Secret Santa pencil cases. Right, so that is quite good for that. Yes, I think I haven't decided what zip we're going to use yet. Just do something. Right, okay, let's find the zip. Shall we put, I mean, there is that one. That'll be quite dark, wouldn't it? Should we put the white one on? Or should we put the blue one on? That is the problem, you see. I just spent ages talking about. Then I'm going to put the white one on. Okay, so this is going to be one of the outsides. And I'm going to stitch it down. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. So one of my interviews has gone live on my YouTube channel tonight with a really, really great YouTuber called Quilting Hubert. Do go over and watch that one. Obviously, watch it when we finished. And it's a really great interview, actually, because Quilting Hubert, so I met her at Festival Quilts last year when she had a quilt in our category that we were sponsoring. And then I met her again at the Scottish Quilting Show, which was nice. And yeah, she's really good actually. She does some lovely quilting, and she has like a thing you can get involved in with her. So it's a great interview. So just have a little look at that if you want to. Go and watch that on our YouTube channel. And then I think my next ones are going to go up is going to be the John James one when I went to John James Needles. So that's exciting. Right, so I need to change back my pressure foot because it wouldn't work, you see. If I kept it on this one, the zip that one, it wouldn't be able to sew it. So I'm going to use a zipper foot. And now and then I'm going to stitch down this side. Sometimes what happens is the cotton gets caught at the back, so you literally just have to snip it. Oh, good. Hold on a minute, my people. Amazing. Right, nearly there. So now I've got to move the zip back down. So you kind of like need to get it as far down as you can, and then when you get close to it, move it back past the zip. So I'm going to do it like that. And then I can't wait to see how this one turns out. Ah, it's a lovely interview. Well done. Oh, that's how you found me. Yeah, so Christine interviewed me, and then I also interviewed her as well, which was really funny. But the interview that I did with her went live on her channel, went live on our channel tonight. But yeah, just thought I'd left my eye on there for a minute. Right, so now our bunny girl's come back. So look, it's looking quite good, isn't it? It makes it a little bit more interesting, I think. So now we're going to do, I kind of want to go make it, so look, you can kind of see where it's going to go. So if I do it like that, would look cool, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll do it like that. This is going to be quite a cute little pencil case. And they're kind of plain ones. I mean, I may well, when I do, if I do some more, which I probably will at some point, I may well do some more children fabric, because I think they'd like, because these are going to kiddos, they'll like that. Right, let's see what kids fabrics we've got. Might have some nice licensed ones somewhere. Can have a look in my Quilter boxes. So I'm going to move the zip back past there again, and then carry on stitching to the end. There we go. Okay. So, oh, looking good, isn't it? Looking amazing. So now I'm going to do what I usually do. I'm going to smooth it all out. It might need a bit of a trim this side because that's moved a little bit. I'm going to do it like that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to trim that bit off there. Trim these bits as well. Just makes it easier for when you come to sew it. Hello, Pat. How are you, Pat? Are you good? Have you had a good weekend? Yes, it's been quite nice weather-wise, hasn't it? Definitely. We've been quite lucky with the weather. Right, so I'm going to turn it over. Oh, turn it over. I saw that they had very stylish. It is, isn't it? It is, isn't it, Christine? It is very stylish. I saw that they've got in my most favourite shop, fabric shop in London, they've got a new display on because they've made their fabric floor, which is on floor 3, bigger. Apparently their dressmaking fabrics are much bigger now, and so I've got to try and work out when I can get up to London to go and see it. I really want to see it. There we go. Right, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to leave the hole there. I'm going to stitch all the way around, and then we'll see what this one looks like. We'll stop for a bit of tea in a minute. That's what we'll do. Stop for a bit of tea. Did I open the... Oh, done it again, haven't I? I was thinking, oh, I have, it's fine. Have I left it open? Have I not left it open? Maybe we'll do some, see if we can get some of my, I think we'll do this one and that one, and then we'll do some more hand strap things, key fob lanyards. That's the one. Oh, bobbin's running out. Bobbin is running out. Ooh. Lovely. No, it's done that because there wasn't much in my bobbin. Now what we'll do is turn it off and turn it back on again. Yes, look, there wasn't that much left in my bobbin, so it decides to ram itself up. We're going to have to get another bobbin before we turn that through. It does do that sometimes. I don't know why. Sometimes it like within the bobbin, where the bobbin sits. I don't know if any of you ever have this, but it kind of lifts it a bit. It lifts the bobbin up. Don't know why that's that. That basically rounds it up a bit. Okay, we can thread that one then. Thread that one again. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's very short. There we go. Thread it back up. Oh, good. Amazing. Amazing. So just having a conversation with Mr. Rachel. Right. So now I'm going to turn this one through. Let's see what this one looks like. This is going to be, as Christine says, a very stylish pencil case. Before I do that, I'm just like giving a bit of a feel, just to make sure I haven't, I've got no holes that I can see for starters. Now I'm going to pull it through to here. I can have a little look, make sure it's all good. And then I'm going to, oh, now this one reminds me of a sweet, and I can't think which one it reminds me of. And then, lovely. Look at that, look how that one's looking. Just going to make sure that this is okay, there's no holes, which is good. So now I'm going to fold it in, both sides in, then I'm going to do a little stitch along the top. Just seaming up the hole. Then we're going to push it back through, or before we do that, I just need to snip all this off. There's quite a lot of cotton there. You could knot that if you want to. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Now I'm going to push it through. Throw up now. Oh, I got early hospital. Oh, I hope that goes well, Kim, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night. So tomorrow night will probably be late again, I reckon, about upstate. I reckon tomorrow night. Yeah, I hope it all goes well. See you later, Kim. Bye-bye. So, there you go. That is the next one. Well, actually, before I show you guys properly, I just want to bring this bit up here. There, that's better. Just push that up. There we go. That is much better. Look at that. That way. And then that way. Isn't that cute? That's really, really cute. Really, really cute. Right, we'll do one more. Do not worry, we will not be doing any more. We'll do one more. And then we'll do some because we might as well look, because it's all prepped ready, isn't it? All we need to do is find the wadding for it to go on. And then, which is this bit. So this bit of wadding I've got here. Hello, Sam Green. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. This bit of wadding I've got here is where I've stitched it all together from bits that were left over. So I'm just going to pop these bits away. Pop that into there. Pop that into there. There we go. Okay. So again, we're only going to need 2 bits of wadding for it. Don't know which way round we're going to do this one. We might think about it. I really like that one too. It's really great, isn't it, Sharon? Really, really great. I just can't decide how I'm going to lay this one out. I'm going to try and get different to the other one if I can do. Again, this bit of wadding definitely came from that job that I got, because there's actually different textures of wadding in that. Yeah, so if you've got any questions you want to ask, if you're watching on any of our social media platforms, if you're on YouTube or anywhere on TikTok, you can ask any sewing related questions you want to ask, or anything about me. And if you're just joining me now, you haven't met me before, my name is Rachel, and I'm just doing a lovely little evening sewing, which I love doing. And I'm usually live in the evenings. So let's get the other zip. I'm tempted to do, I'll tell you what, we'll change it up and we'll put on this zip. And then we're going to have a little tied up in zips. I'm just going to see. Okay. Oh, so it's different anyway, isn't it? Because look. Slightly different. If I do it that way, I want to try and get it different from the other one. Yeah. Okay. That's going to work. That's definitely going to work. And also with the blue zip as well. Yeah, so it's, as you can see, it hasn't come out much smaller than those ones. Only look tiny bit. Look, it's very negotiable. Look, can you see? It's very, very negotiable as to how much smaller it is. And bearing in mind, we've taken 1/2 an inch off it because of that, doing that half square triangle on it. It was a nice little pattern. We'll do this one, and then we'll do some little key lanyards, I reckon. Do some of those, just because they're really, really quick to make, as you know. Those are prepped and ready to go. And then I'll show you the ghost quilts. We'll do some of that before we finish tonight, because it's quite cute. He's actually looking very good, even if I do say so myself. Right, let's stitch down this line. We'll go. This zip is, there you go, done it. Just think. Let me have a little, there you go. moved it. It's a lot thicker, that zip, to move it past the presser foot. So I feel like that one moved quite a bit. I probably should have pinned it. Let me see. It hasn't moved too much. It's moved a bit. Oh, that's actually the point, isn't it? Because that one is going to be bigger because you haven't got that. It's going to be a ½ an inch bigger. Of course it is. Right, so I'm going to keep that one flat. And then we're going to get the other one. So again, I want to try and make it different to the other one, if I can. The yellow goes there. Okay, I think that'll work. I'm going to do it there. Yeah, so I think when I make some more of these next time, I will make them, what's the word? I will make them with more children fabric, because I think that would be very pretty. I'll get some, like, you know, like some unicorns and some princesses and stuff like that, because I have got some of that fabric, haven't I, in my big sewing room, which I will be back in fairly soon. I'm going to put that into there and then clip that on. Right, let's do this one. Looks like TikTok's gone very, very quiet. Are you still there, TikTokers? Or have you all fallen asleep? I think it all might have got a bit. I'm going to move that one back. No, see, look, see, this can be the problem if it doesn't want to go, because it's quite a big zip. I'm trying really, really hard. And the best thing to do is to cut it off and then move the zip back and then start again, because otherwise you will just be there for ages trying to get that zip to move. And as long as you start your stitching just past where the original stitch line was, that should be fine. You won't come undone. Okay, so yeah, nice. This is going to be a really, really nice one. Christine, you're in Devon. Hello, Melody. How are you? Hope you're good. You're in Devon. Very nice. Oh, where am I? Sorry, Christine, I just saw your comment. I am based in Brighton. I'm based on the south coast, just along the south coast from you, in Brighton. Hence why we're having our very first quilt show in Brighton on the 5th and 6th of September. If you want to come up for that, Christine, that would be really, really good. Right. So now, so you can see, look at that. Actually, it's come out really well, wasn't it? Perfect. So I'm going to join this one to this side. Oh, that wadding's a lot thicker. That's why I'm born by the sea. Absolutely, absolutely. All by the sea. I've always lived by the sea, Christine, always. I don't think I'd cope, actually, not living by the sea, in all honesty. I mean, technically I wasn't born in Brighton, but I was born fairly close, fairly by the sea. Okay, so this one's definitely going to need a trim. Can you see that? Look, because that, you know, that extra ½ an inch I was telling you about, that's where it is. Look there. So we're going to trim that off, because otherwise we'll have an extra bit we don't need to deal with. And we're going to stitch. Tempted to stitch it first. I think I will, and then we'll snip it round. Just checking again, checking that I left it open. How are you, Melody? Are you good? Have you had a good weekend? I'm just making some pencil cases at the moment. So if you're just joining now, wonder what I'm doing. I'm making some pencil cases for a charity called the Secret Santa Project. That's the one. I was about to say a different charity name. No, it's not that one. It's a different charity. Oh, this wadding is very, very fluffy. Very fluffy. We're going to get rid of that excess fabric in a minute. That's the plan. Somebody else is just joining us over on our TikTok screen. I think what we might do, before we do the next bit, we'll restart the TikTok one. Excellent. Oh, I'm glad you're doing great, Melody. Where are you from? Are you from the UK or are you from a different part of this wonderful world that we live in? Right. Okay, so those bits are snipped off. They go into my little pot. So now I'm going to turn it through. And then we will definitely do something. Here comes CC5. Welcome to you, CC5. You're in Texas. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying my live. Welcome all the way from Texas. I'm very, very hoping to come out to the Houston show in Texas at some point. I'd absolutely love to do that. So I am from Brighton. I'm from the south coast of the UK. And I'm making some pencil cases for a charity called Project Secret Santa. That's the one. And I've now done 5. So I think I've done quite well. An hour and a half, and we've done 5 pencil cases. I don't think that's too bad. I'm just basically making sure that everything is, the corners are all poked out as far as I can get them. I'm going to poke this one out and poke this one out. Yes, I'm usually live in the evening, Melody. I will be live tomorrow, probably about 8:30. And on my YouTube, if you click on live, it usually says what time I'm going to be live. So, yeah. And if you're thinking you can't see all the comment, you're thinking you can't work out who I'm talking to, it's because I do have a second screen, which is my TikTok screen. And but the TikTokers have gone a bit quiet at the moment. I think it's because it's been restricted by TikTok. So we need to sort that out in a minute. We will be sorting that out in a minute by people. Or there'll be some people who can't join us. So now we've done that. And then I'm going to, there we go, push that back in. This one is quite, oh, well, it was, look. That is not good. There's a hole, not a hole at the bottom. So what you got to do is you've got to get your unpicker. And then you're going to do it all again. I was getting too excited about that, wasn't I? Too excited about finishing off the last one. I did not look at the bottom. Which is not quite easy to do that, in all honesty. And all you do is just unpick the bottom, turn it through, and then find where it is. So it is there. Look, can you see that there? That's so annoying. We'll put it back through. So I don't lose that bit. What I do is I just put a quilter's clip on it. So I know that is the bit I need to go over again. And then I'm going to literally just get that bottom and do another stitch across the bottom. Do you do any sewing, Melody? Or any kind of craft you like doing? And now I'm going to stitch that all again and hope this time we catch it. Okay. Right. So let me see. Now. Ow. It's like, no, it's a tiny, 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 tiny bit. Oh, that is so annoying. Absolutely annoying. We're going to do that again. You're going to go quite long though this time, because otherwise if you don't, you get a wonky bottom. And you don't want a wonky bottom. Hello there, welcome to you. Hope you're good. Let's have a look. The ground, turn through. Oh yeah. No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, that's better. That is better. All has been recovered in the world of the pencil case. Yeah, so what we'll do next is we're going to do some of those key fob lanyard things, because I want to remember I said to you when I was on my live the other night, I said I wanted to put them in the goodie bags for our quilt show. So I mean, I'll try and get as many made as I can if possible, but we do have a bit of time. I mean, the quilt show is not for 6 weeks, but however, the goodie bags we're making up in about 3 weeks, I think. So gonna push that through, gonna push that through, and I will show you what this one looks like. Now I'm gonna get another sip of my tea. Okay. There we go. Amazing. We definitely need an iron. Look at that one. Look at that one. It is quite different to that one. It's like a mirror image. Look at that. How funny. How funny. It's like a mirror image. They kind of join, don't they? Ah, very cute. So we've done. So it's taken an hour and 40 minutes, and we've done five pencil cases. How amazing is that? We've done a rhubarb and a custard one. With the pink and the cream. We've done a blue and a greeny one. That one. We've done a blue and a peach one, and then we got 2 of these like that. How cute is that? You're off to bed. Night, Tiana. I'll see you tomorrow night. So 5 pencil cases. How amazing. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put them there because I might do some more tomorrow. I don't know yet. Don't know. But I'm going to put them there. I'm going to make some. I will show you for my next trick. we're gonna make some of these. What we're going to do first is we're going to restart the TikTok screen, okay? And then we'll start doing this. So hold on a minute. I'm going to restart it. Nope. Oh. Sorry, the screen's wobbling a little bit, people. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that will work better. Right. So we're back to where we were. So we'll do some of the lanyards, I think, which would be really good to do tonight. Yes, if you're watching on any of our social media platforms, do say hello. I can see the comments. If you've got any questions you want to ask as well, anything about me, if you haven't met me before, my name is Rachel, and I can see that TikTok is letting everybody know that I've gone live again, which is really good. So hopefully more people will join us, because it always like slows up a little bit on that one. Hello, Pat. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. And yes, so we're going to make some of those little lanyardy things. I'll talk you through how you do them. Hello, Liz. Welcome. So I do because I make quite a few of these. I quite often make the fabric into the size I'm going to need it and just basically build up my pile and then make some. So I'm going to make a should we make a pink one, make a green one, make a green one. I quite like that fabric. I'll make a green one. And I'm just thinking actually they probably might get a bit funny about that. I'm trying my bestest not to get stung by TikTok. We do not want to get stung, that's for sure. Hello. Right, okay. So, I mean, it is quite adaptable. So essentially what you need is a 3-inch wide strip. So we're going to make one of these. We're going to make one of these things for your keys. And so 3-inch wide. And you can go like 9, you can go 10. Doesn't really matter. The first thing you're going to do, hello Rosa, welcome to you, is you're going to fold it over in half and then do like a finger press down. You can, if you want to, iron it. You don't have to like finger press it, but and then you're going to open it out and you're going to do another little finger press over. So like, a centimetre, about a centimetre. Then you're going to get yourself some wadding. Hello Sam, welcome to you. Hope you're good. Hello. Ah. Actually, is Sam funny enough? It might actually fit. I didn't think about that. Didn't think about that. I'll I mean, I think a nice bit of wadding would make it nice and soft, wouldn't it? Absolutely. So anyway, how are you, Sam? Are you good? Are you good? So now I'm going to get a bit of wadding and I'm going to trim it and make it quite thin, because what you want to do is lay it. Hello, Farzna, welcome to you. Hello, Kim, Mama Boys. And you're going to lay it in that gap there. And then you're going to bring the other side over so it folds over into half. And then you're going to put a little quilter's clip on it, or a little pin, doesn't really matter, a little clip on it. How is Brighton today? Brighton's very good, actually. Sam, very sunny. How is Brighton for you? I thought you was in Brighton as well. And then you're going to trim the ends off. And hello, Fred, welcome to you. And then once you've done that, so that in a minute we're going to stitch down both sides. But we'll do, what I'd like to do is, about, I got a very good memory, Sam. Very good memory. I'm going to be frequenting the Brighton Beach next week. Do you want to know why? Am I going to apply for the sewing bee? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, that's not me. Right, so yes, I'm going to do about 5, because then I can chain piece them all together, and that makes it quite quick to sew. So I'm going to put the quilter's clips on there. Oh my goodness me. How long did that take? It literally took like minutes, didn't it? Hang on a minute. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, had to put the appeal in yet again. That didn't take long, did it? Hello, Files. Now, welcome to you. What am I making? So I'm making these. Making some of these is what I'm doing. So I'm going to do like 5, probably 5, and I'm going to chain piece them. We've just been doing some pencil cases. Hello, Julie. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Anne. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. But it did get stuck in a tunnel, let's say. TikTok did tonight. Got some Christmas fabric as well. So let's do this one. This is going to be quite cute. So these, if you're wondering what's going to happen to all of these, well, because we've got our quilt show at the Brighton Racecourse on the 5th and 6th of September, and these are going to be in our goodie bags. That is the plan for those. So yes, like you can see, you can easily just like finger press it down, and then you're going to get your wad in. What are those? So what they are is you put on your wrist like that on your hand, and you hang your keys on that bit there. So if you've got it like in your bag or something, then it's quite easy to find your bag, the little key lanyard thing, and then it goes on there. That's what it is. The little key lanyard thing. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this fabric again, this wadding again, because you want to have really thin, a thin strip. And then you're going to lay that there into here. So we'll do 5, and then we will stitch it. And then we might do, what should we do next? We'll do some of the ghost quilt next. That's what we'll do. We'll do some of the ghost quilt next. So yes, if you're watching on any of our social media platforms, if you're watching on YouTube, you can make a comment. I can see the comments. And if you've got any questions you want to ask, please do ask. If it's sewing related or anything about me or about the So Happy Quilters Association, just let me know. So this one's going to be a slightly longer one, because the fabric might be too long actually. That should be right. It's quite nice to have different lengths. So then we'll put the fabrics there. Let's find, because look, if we do a pink one, this is one. Oh, and we got a green one. This one kind of reminded me of the football. When I found this one will actually be quite small, but you can kind of get your fingers in there. I think should be right. That one's a longer one. A longer one, a shorter one. And they're both the same. I think they are. Yeah. Hello, Solange. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. So yeah, so how's it been? How's your weekend been? What have you been up to? Have you done any crafting this weekend, or just been out, or just been having a rest? So I've actually had a couple of days off, which has been quite nice. Well, I'll say off, only off live streaming, because I have been still sewing, because I always sew even when I'm not live streaming. Because it's been my daughter's birthday, which is very, very nice. And right, so that's going to go there. I'm going to put that to there. There we go. And then I'm going to put some clips on it. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to stitch them all in one hit, and I'll show you, because I'm going to do what's called chain piecing on them, and that is where you literally stitch them all in one hit. Now you could, if you want to, you don't have to do these by sewing machine. You can very much do it by hand if you want to. I mean, it is stronger. In all honesty, if you might do it by sewing machine, but there we go. Actually, I'm going to take that bit out. I'm going to put that bit there because one long piece. I mean, you can put different pieces in if you want to, but it does make it a little bit what I call bumpy inside. So if you have it one long piece of wadding, that's makes it much better. Here we go. Right. So what time, young people? We're on just gone 10 o'clock. It's a lovely Sunday evening. So what's your plans this week? You have any time off, or are you busy working? Anybody got the kids off? The kids are all, hello, Jessica. How are you? Are you good? Right. As you see, I do like to, thank you so much. I do like to tidy up as I go, because otherwise, if you don't tidy up as you go, you end up with stuff everywhere. How are you, Jessica? Are you good? Did you go looking for me earlier? Because if you did, you probably wouldn't have found me. Because, oh, Jessica. Do you know what? So I have actually been live, Jessica, for nearly 2 hours. So if you've been looking, you might not have found it and found me, because good old TikTok did its usual, and it was very annoying. But you know, remember, always go and have a look on YouTube. If you try to find me in the evening on TikTok and you can't find me, go and have a look on YouTube, because nothing happens over YouTube. It's all lovely and wonderful and no issues. Oh, you just, oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's all good. Then she's cleaning up her yard sale. Oh, did she make much in her yard sale? You're in luck, Jessica, because I'm staying on for about at least another hour. Just so you know, maybe an hour and a half. You never know. We've been doing pencil cases tonight. We've been doing for a charity pencil cases. That's what we've been doing. I'll show you them in a minute. Did you watch lots of my YouTube videos while I was away, AWOL? Right, this one I might end up cutting, make it smaller, but we'll see. Right, so now I've done the first one, I'm literally going to feed in the next one, and that is what's called chain piecing. So they literally all go stitch on together, so one after the other. And it does save your cotton if you do that. Now this fabric's a bit weird. This one's definitely moving. Definitely moving, this one. So the AI summary is saying, crafting key lanyard from fabric. Ask how to make one. Not this weekend, as you didn't do it Friday, and that's when yard sales boom. Oh, she didn't make much. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. The yard sales on a Friday. Ah, are they like all in your local neighbourhood then? Right, so then I'm going to get the next one. Now what I need to do first of all is I need to trim off those bits of wadding that are here. So although I've been off for my daughter's birthday, Jessica, I've actually been quite busy because I finished off something I was hand sewing, and then I finished off all the lines. You know, the ghost quilt, I finished off all the lines on the ghost quilt, so now I'm stitching around the ghosts, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But she made 3 kids very happy with toys and scooters. Oh well, that's all that matters, isn't it? Oh, Jessica, I meant to tell you, you know, whatever you posted still hasn't come. That's what I meant to tell you. We checked and we checked. Don't know what that's about. Right, so now I'm going to do this one. I quite like this fabric. This is fabric I've had for ages. And actually, I've trimmed some of that fabric into the 2.5 strips to make the sashes. Not the sashes, to make the rosettes. And there's a little bit left. And I thought, oh, I know what I can do with that. I know exactly what I can do with that. So now I'm going to get the last one. You'll be able to see what it looks like. This is the last one. You can see it coming out the back now, can't you? So we've changed my screen a little bit so it looks better. There we go. Right. Oh, look, is that a long line? I said, Jessica, that, you know, you said you sent something and we checked and double checked and it did not arrive. It hasn't arrived. I got my husband to have a look. Do you remember you asked me last time, didn't you? You said to me, has it arrived yet? But no, the answer is no. So now I've snipped them. Natural fact, I shouldn't snip them, but it doesn't matter. I'm now going to come down the other side. Could have still left me in one line, but that's fine. I was too busy answering Jessica's question. Yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or any of the others, you want to ask any questions, please do. You can see the comments. I'm going to make some little key lanyards. You don't see trying to get. Was your dad enjoying singing that song? Oh, I know. Maybe you filled it out wrong. Don't know. I mean, it should have got to us. I know. This is coming by very, 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 very slow snail mail. Very slow snail mail, maybe. Well, thank you for trying anyway. I do feel very honoured. If you want, you could always I think you could frame his voice. Oh. If you want to, Jessica, you can message me on TikTok and then I can give you the address again just to make sure you know you've got it right. I mean, you probably have because it is on our events page. Our PO box address. And then we're going to do the last one. I'll do that. Okay, amazing. My page. No. Yeah, so we kind of have 2 addresses, Jessica. So we have our London address, which is our business registered address, and then we have our PO box address. So hopefully, did you send it to our PO box address? It might take even longer if it goes to the London one, I don't know. Right, so now I've done those, what I'm going to do, I'm going to snip off the edges and like that, and then I'm going to get the little things, Sharon, it's gotten so slow. Parents said they do more parties, they get more money that way. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised, Sharon. I would not be surprised. Funny, because I had a box I had to send. Actually, I sent it Saturday, and I, you know, it's not really urgent. And I said to her about sending it second class, and she said, "Well, they're prioritising all the first at the moment, so it could just sit there." I was thinking, "Oh, well, that's not a good thing then." So yeah, you believe the PO box is, oh, then hold you to it. I mean, even if we're into the London address, it should turn up eventually, Jessica. It should. Anyway, so look, that's going to be a nice one. Okay, so now we've done those. What we're going to do is I'm going to get my little friends, these thingies, and my little box of doobry ends. So these are quite cool because they've got like little spikes inside there, so it like holds on to the fabric. So you fold it in half so you don't have like a loop there. Eventually, I will put our labels in them. I just need to use my other iron because this iron singes the labels because the labels are iron-on ones. But also, I do want to get different labels. That's one of my jobs for tomorrow, actually. That is on my list of things for tomorrow to do. So then what you do is you use your little pliers just to push it down. And there you go. Someone else. There's one there. Cool, isn't it? Really, really cool. And it's quite strong as well, you know, because I've actually had one of these on my own keys for years. And, well, don't say years, probably, well, maybe 2 years. And it's held quite well as well. I think sometimes these work really well if you, like, you know, if you have like different keys, you know, like you have your, I don't know, your garage, you know, your garage, your garden shed key, something like that. Hello, Mystic Storm, welcome to you. It could, there's another one. Da-da-da. Yeah, so they are quite good if you want to separate different keys, have them hanging somewhere, you know, like your garden shed keys, stuff like that. I'm going to do another one. So I'm hoping I get 100 of these done with our labels in it. I need to write that on my list of things for tomorrow. So I've been really busy today, actually. So I have today, that's a little small one. There's a little tiny one. Look at it, it's really cute. So I have today ordered, because technically I was only off yesterday, I wasn't actually off today. But so today I ordered the more badges. I've ordered 700 badges to go for our quilt. Well, not all for our quilt show, but for other things as well. I've ordered, what's it? Oh, I've ordered all the wristbands. That's exciting. The wristbands, everybody to get into the quilt show. That's exciting. There was something else. What else did I order? No. So, I like that one. That's really cute. Let's do another one. I'm thinking, might have a bit of time to squeeze in another 5. What do you reckon? Quickly squeeze another 5 because they don't take that long to make, do they? Really? Oh, Sharon, you might make a few of them and post on with your family and friends. You could easily do, Sharon. Why not? This is from the wonderful world of you know, the online shopping place that comes in the brown boxes with the smiley faces. That one, and you can get them in like a box of 50 or a box of 100, and they're just, I think they're even called key lanyard. There you go. Ta-da! So look, 1, 2. There's a little tiny one. 4, 5. Might make more. Let's make another one. I mean, technically, like I said, I do need 100. So we can pop them in the bag. Actually, I did have another. What did I do with it? I don't know, the zippy. Yeah, not in there. Let's do another 5. Let me find my fabrics again, because they don't take long, really, do they? I love these. They're cute. They're very cute, aren't they, Jessica? They're very cute. I'm going to do another pink one. Actually, the pink one's quite good to do because the fabric is 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's do one of these. Let's do a birdie one. We'll do a birdie one. I do tend to do things in 5s and 2s. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Could be a weird thing from, don't know, from my ancestry. I don't know. Very strange. I do like to buy fabrics in 2. If I'm going to buy it in meters, I do buy it in 2 meters. Because I always think 2 meters is good. And then if I buy fat quarters, I do tend to buy them in 5s. Then they do come in 5s. A lot of them do come in 5s. So, right, wadding. So look, if you've got like strips kind of already used, already trimmed up, ready to go, that's a bit too small. That one would work well. You can just lay that there. So this is all of your wadding scraps that you've got. That's why it's really, really good. Ah, thank you so much, Jessica, for sending a flame heart. That's very cute. It's yeah, if you've got, you know, scraps of wadding and even scrap fabric. So what you need, you want to make a little note, Sharon. So you need a 3-inch wide by 9, 10, 11-inch long, that kind of length. So it's very, very adaptable, without a doubt, and very easy to make. One, and then use your quilter's clips. We're going to do tell you what, I'll do the green one because I think that fabric, yeah. So this is almost like a linen-y fabric, I suppose. And you can, if you're just going to finger press it. You remember when I did them the other night? I ironed it, didn't I? Which you don't, you know, which you can do. I'm gonna, yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna move that one there. So again, you can like add 2 bits of wadding together. It doesn't have to be one long strip. It can definitely be 2 pieces. There's another one. Then we're going to do a pink one. Hello, fluffy bunny nose. Seeing Heritage. Hello, the sewing guide. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. And then we're going to, exactly this. So you're going to fold it over in half. Then you're going to do this one. You're going to fold it back again another centimetre. Just so you've got that folded edge really, where your, obviously where your raw edge is. So you don't have to do it exactly. You can just do it, you know, a little bit. Right, so I'm going to find a strip of, here are some strips again. So these are some bits that I trimmed off. So now I'm going to trim that. Snippy, snippy, snippy. Love the noise of a pair of scissors. So then you're going to put that one in there. Bit of wadding. Fold it over again. Put your quilter's clips on it. And like I said, you could put pins down here. I do think though that pins could be a bit harder because you're going through quite a lot of, you know, a lot of fabric, a lot of wadding. You know, if you don't have quilter's clips, you can use pins. So now I'm going to do another one. Now this time, when I chain piece this one, I can do it on both side chain piecing it. As last time I cut it too soon, didn't I? That's okay, because it still worked. So I'm going to do that one there. And then, oh, there you go. A little tiny bit to go there. I'm going to fold that one over. And even though I'm like pre-folding it and then finger pressing it, again, you don't have to do that. You can actually just fold it as you go. As long as you've got your little quilter's clips by, you know, beside you to do it. Like I'll show you what I mean. So look, so I'm not going to, two pieces. I'm not going to fold this one. I'm going to do it without actually pre-folding it. And you'll see what I mean. That's not wide enough. Well, that's long enough, but too wide. So I'm going to snip this off. And obviously, this is what's good about using up your scrap wadding, because you can use it on things like this. But something like that, it's a bit difficult to use it for. So I would just keep it on side, use it in like some scrap cushions or something like that. So look, so I'm going to put that in the middle, and then I'm going to fold that side over like that, fold that side, and then bring it in like that, you see? So you don't have to finger press it beforehand. I think it slightly helps in that it folds it in half better, but it still works. So yeah, you could definitely make personalised ones. You could maybe put their names down it or something. Have it printed on a ribbon. So I'm going to put that there because it's the right size. Before I just sew this, I just need to check something. Hold on a minute, my people. Okay. You check right. So now we're going to do that chain piecing again. So we're going to sew. I used to make dummy clip holders to stop babies dropping their dummies on the floor. I love that, Sharon. Dummy clip holders. I made some of those before. Although they weren't for babies, they were for dollies, just so you know. I suppose they are very, very similar, aren't they? Very similar kind of process. I'm just going to move that one out a little bit. It's got a little bit too narrow on the inside. Right, so now I've got to that one. Let me get the next one. Feed it straight in. Lots of like little bits of fabric everywhere for some reason. Then after this, we would definitely do some of the ghost quilt. I'll show you how it's getting on, because it's coming in nicely. I'm actually feeling like I'm on the end of it now, in all honesty. I counted last night, and I've got 30 ghosts to still stitch around. 30. Hello, Leona. Welcome to you. Yeah, 30 ghosts to stitch around. And then it's just basically doing the edging. I've got to work out how I'm going to do the edging. I was looking at it yesterday. I think I've decided how I'm going to do it. Nope. Lift that up. Put that in. One more to go, people. Well, one more of the first side to go, then we've got to do the other side. Did you used to sell them then, Sharon, when you made them? You just make them for friends' babies. I love the green one. It reminds me of a football field. Like little footballs in it. It's quite funny. Right. So now I'm not going to trim it. So now this is what it looks like, eh? Da, 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 da. Now I'm going to go again on the other side, because really you only really stitch down one side because obviously that's where it's folded. But I always think it's nicer to do a stitched line down the other side because then it finishes it off. Definitely. I think if I just sat making these all day, this is what I was just thinking to myself. I could probably get loads made. I wonder how many you could make in one day. Probably hundreds of the things. Well, you need hundreds of those lanyardy things, wouldn't you, to have those holders. Right, now on to the last one. Okay, so now it's definitely in a long line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to snip where it's joined, and then I'm going to snip both ends just to make that a bit straighter, really. So making sure it doesn't go down the back of my sewing machine. I'm going to go to the next one. And then the next one. And the last one. This is number 5. Well, technically it's number 10, isn't it? Because we've already done 5. So now I'm just going to tidy up my little bits of rubbish. Put that in my bin that's down there because I need that for stuffing. Then we're going to go our bits back again. And then, I need to sip of my tea. Hold on a minute. Oh, and the local maternity unit donated the labour event. Oh, that's really, really nice, Sharon. Funny enough, talking about local maternity unit. So in my next newsletter that's coming out at the end of the week. So if you haven't registered for it, please do. Please go over to our website, click on join, and then you can register for our newsletters. So that comes out at the end of the week. Anyway, there's an appeal in there from the Scottish baby care unit, I think it is, who they put little quilts in with babies in the incubators. And so, yeah, so that's a really nice little thing to get involved in. There you go. Little cute one. And it's quite, look, if you pull on it, it's quite strong. Hello, baby. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. Here goes another one. So it's a really, really, really good scrap buster. I think uses up all your bits and bobs. I might actually trim up some more. Might even do that tomorrow, actually. So tomorrow, I've got quite a few bits and bobs going on tomorrow. Got loads of emails to catch up on tomorrow morning, and then I've got to start writing out the exhibitors, their setup details. So that's something I've got to do for the quilt show. And then I've got a bit of a week off actually from doing the next quilt show newsletter because that's not going to come out until the second week in August, so that's good. Yeah, so I've literally got like so many emails. I don't even know what's happened. I don't even, it's like, oh my goodness me, got to do those. There's something else I was going to order tomorrow. I can't even remember what it was. Something else to come. Look, so look, there you go. That's quite, that's a nice little. And then we do this one, and then we will do the last one. Yeah, so that is tomorrow. Tuesday, got a few little plans on Tuesday. No meetings at the moment though, but you never know. You know how my life goes. Sometimes it's all nice and quiet, then everybody goes, oh, we'll not judge you, we'll not judge you. I'm like, okay, let's try to fit it in, which is absolutely fine. So look, I've still got quite a few left. Look, so I did have a box of 50, and technically I had some I put in it. So there's probably quite a few left that I can use. My little, oh, that was slightly moved. How annoying is that? That can happen sometimes. It can like move a little tiny bit across, but that's usually okay as long as you've done that as tight as you can get it. So you do need a little bit of like strength in your hands really, or if you don't want to do it, because someone else to do it for you, because some of your family or friends might want to help. There you go. There's another 5. Right, we're done. I'm not doing it anymore. Not tonight anyway. Right, we'll put that there. So there is another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, look, how quick was that to make? Super, super, super quick. I do like the tiny one. Look how tiny the tiny ones. That's quite funny. Quite funny indeed. Right, so we've done our pencil cases, we've done our lanyards. I'm just going to tidy this little bits and bobs up, and then I'm going to get you the ghost quilt to show you because it's very, 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 very lovely. I'm going to put that there. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more of those tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some more pencil cases. I don't know. We will see. We'll see how the day. Well, that's too thin. I can go my thin down there. So they're all ready. Right. They are technically ready for the. Well, do you know what I might do quickly? Actually, I know what I'm going to do really quickly. I'm gonna literally stitch some wadding together because when you've got loads of scraps, you can stitch it together to make a much bigger piece. So let's do that with this. I'm going to put away my zips first of all. Put that in there, put that in there. Here we go. Okay, that is that. That is that. That is that. There's that. Okay, so this is what you do. So I've got loads of odd bits, okay, of wadding, and what you do is you put it on a zigzag, do it really, really, really wide, and then really long. Go as wide as you can go. Mine goes to a 6. Ooh. Mine goes to a 7. That's the widest my zigzag will go to. A 7. And then what you're going to do is you're literally going to put the two pieces together like that, and then you're going to do a zigzag line coming down. And then what you got is a bigger piece of wadding. I love doing this. Hello, Miss Potts. Welcome to you. If you're good, so then I'm going to do this bit. And you literally just keep going. And the thing is, when you're making things like pencil cases and bags, nobody sees the wadding. Even on a quilt, no one sees it. So if you've joined it together from loads of pieces of scraps, then it doesn't matter, does it? There you go. Look, I'm going to join that bit to there. The trouble is, same pencil case and lanyards from scraps. That's what AI summary says. The trouble is, I love doing this so much. I don't know why. And it makes me tempted to go and like dig into my cupboard to go and get more out and see if there's any more to do that I can stitch together. Right. Yeah, so I'll just do this and then we will get the ghost quilt out and we'll do some ghost quilting. Some stitch around that. And I kind of want to trim that bit off there. Take that off. A little bit over there. And then stitch down here. So if you're just joining now, I wonder, hello, Leanne. How are you? Are you good? I just say if you join now, Leanne is just joining us now. So I'm literally sewing bits of wadding together with me, Leanne. We've had a fun evening of making pencil cases, making more lanyards. And I'm literally just about to get out the ghost quilt and start doing some of that. So you can see it's getting bigger. There we go. Just come off your own. I'll have to come and watch one of your lives one of these days. To be totally honest, I generally don't get time to watch other people's lives, sadly, because I'm so busy. But I will try. And then I'm going to put that bit down to here. And that'll be even longer for that bit. I have had a very lovely day off, a few days off, thank you very much. I mean, technically I wasn't off today, I was only off yesterday and Friday, my daughter's birthday, but yeah, a few days off live streaming, but never off sewing, Leanne. I always have lots of sewing to do. So I finished a cushion panel over the last couple of days, and then finished the lines on the ghost quilt. Just got to sew around the ghost quilt now, around the ghosts, so that's going to be fun. exactly. Always so. Look, so now it's got bigger. You see, look at that. That's amazing. I love bigger bits of wadding. So that bit's fine. And then we've got this bit and this bit. So can we join this bit up? I'm always looking and thinking, can I join it up? Can I join it up? Did you I'm gonna put that there. Step that to here. Did you have any problems on your live tonight, Leanne? I've literally had to like restart 3 times, and I've had conversations with TikTok, and even they don't know why. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Right, I'm going to stitch that bit to the bottom. None at all. Oh, well done, you. I have no idea. I'd like to know. I wish they would tell you. That's the thing. But, you know, it is what it is. That definitely sounds like a train, doesn't it? That definitely sounds like a train. There you go. So that is, hello, Julie. Welcome to you. That is a much bigger piece of wadding now. Now we had all of those little squares and all those little bits, and I'm definitely going to use that for the pencil cases. We're doing more pencil cases tomorrow or another day. Going to put that like that. Now I'm going to go and grab the ghost quilt so we could do a little bit of sewing that, because I'm probably going to finish about 11, probably about 20 minutes time. We'll see. But let me show you this first. As we've been on 2.5 hours. We've done a long stint together tonight, which is nice. Voila. Here it is. So now, if you haven't seen this before, this is basically a collaboration that I'm doing with an incredible artist called Alex Hellawell, and there's a bit of a story behind it, really. Anyway, so I am going to be displaying it at our quilt show. For the first time, it's going to be seen in person. But I've actually finished stitching. So she did the fabric, and what I've done is I've done like a trapunto effect on the ghosts, and then I've stitched all of these lines. All the lines are now stitched. That is all done. And I'm really pleased. And that's basically what I did over the last couple of days. I did that. And then I've started stitching around the ghosts themselves, and actually what I'm liking about it is, whilst it is like, can you see that one? So that one there is stitched around, that one there is not. Can you see the difference with the two? Hello, Rhonda. How are you, Rhonda? And what I really like about it is the fact that, you know, it's kind of like showing it up a bit, not too much, because I didn't really want it complete to show it to like really stand out, because they do stand out anyway because of the trapunto effect. But what I'm now doing is I'm now stitching around, and what I found as well is that if I pin it down, then it holds it much better for when you're stitching round, because obviously when they were trapuntoed, they would only go through like this fabric and then that initial backing fabric, whereas now they go through the wadding and the backing, so there's a lot more to go through. And so initially I didn't pin it down, and then I thought, actually it's better, that gives me cover me in it, it's better to pin it down because it holds it much better. So then it's just a case of deciding which color I'm going to do. So let me see what is in my little thing. So I did change needles as well because oh, thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you so much. I'm hoping it looks professional, Rhonda. I'm hoping so. Do you remember my needle? Remember I said I was keeping it inside here so I didn't lose it? Well, I have still got it. However, it's not sharp enough to go through all these layers that I realised when I'm doing the ghosts. It was fine when I was doing the stitching on there, but not when I'm doing the ghosts. So why that is, I don't really know. But I mean, it could be, in all honesty, the needle might be getting a bit blunt. But I did sharpen it, see if that helped. But I found another needle, which actually is a lot thinner, and it's still quite got a big eye. So that's really good. And anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm doing like a back stitch all the way around the ghost. So yes, we've got 30 ghosts to go. 30. This could be after this one. It's gonna be 29. But I'm trying to, like, tomorrow morning before I start my great big email session, I will what's the word? I will maybe do a couple of ghosts maybe in the morning before I get started, because then if I can get a couple done a day, then I'll be really, really happy with that. And then I've got to work out how I'm going to do the edging. I think I've got an idea to do the edging in kind of in like a blanket stitch. That's what I'm thinking. But obviously I can't machine stitch. Well, I could machine stitch it, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to hand stitch around the edge, because otherwise the look won't be the same, really, if I machine stitch it around the edge. But I'm not going to do binding, I've decided. I just think if I do binding, it's going to take off. So like, as you can see, for example, if I did binding where that ghost is, it's going to take all that ghost off. So that's one thing I do in a blanket stitch around the edge. And I probably will do it in embroidery cotton as well. So am I using steel needles? I don't know, Rhonda. I mean, they maybe. This is actually a needle that I got given as part of like a John James Pebble that I had. So may well be. But yeah, so it's looking, as you can see, it's looking quite good doing the edging. Although what I'm also finding is it is quite tricky. Doing the lines was a lot easier, but going around the ghosts is quite tricky, because you've got to kind of like grip it from underneath, and obviously you've got this big lump here, which you're almost like hugging a teddy almost. It's really weird. Oh, actually, I can put it on. Let's put that one there. So we'll do this one. So I thought I'd give you a little update on the ghost quilt. I am going to be hanging it up in my big sewing room. I will hang it up. Oh, embroidery. Yeah, I think this is an embroidery needle, this one, definitely, because this definitely came with like a little kit, little set that I had. Because I was looking, because the other one that I've got is an embroidery needle, but it's just too thick to go through it. So, but it could just be the sharpness. And I have done a lot of stitches, haven't I, with exactly the same needle. So it's possible, you know, it's like, oh, coming to the end of its, well, not the end of its use, but maybe on the ghost quilt it's no good on here anymore. But like I said, so it is a bit tricky getting down here, because you kind of got to like hold all this bit, because you can't go, well, you could go like that. What I'm finding is I'm literally having to like change all my techniques every single time. Is that orange? You can see orange. Oh, no, so it's not orange. There is a brown. I would say there's like a burgundy on it, actually, Rhonda. There's definitely burgundy. It's definitely brown, because like down here, there's a brown on it. But no, there's no orange yet. No, there's blues. So the cottons I've used so far, mostly black, but I've also used a blue, a grey, an off black, like a greeny black, burgundy, brown, and like a dark grey. So there's a lot of different colours in it. Anyway, so this is the thing as well. When I get to the end of my cotton, we have to obviously flip it over. Here's the back. Here's the back. And then you can see the line coming up there. And then you go stitch that into here. Make a little loop. So it's like a little knot. And you're going to get yourself some more cotton. So I'm really, really paranoid about like putting that into, say, like my pin cushion and then not finding it again. So I put it in the back of one of those so I make sure I know where it is. And then get some more. We're still on the black, aren't we? There's the black. There's the black. Yeah, so I'll kind of be your hand sewing. Oh, yeah, it's all, well, I'd say 95% of it, Leanne, has been hand sewn. The only bit, I don't know if you saw it right at the very beginning when I did the trapunto effect on the ghosts, because that had to be done on the sewing machine, but that was like the very first thing that I did on it. Because it needs a lot of strength to do the trapunto effect, where you puff it out from the back. I might be able to, I think there might be one that's still showing on the back, but the rest of it's all been, it's all been hand sewn. And it's all like and hand sewn embroidery cotton as well. Give it a nice little decorative effect. Well, that's what annoys me. And it goes up. No, oh, I'm going to leave my. I know what I'm going to do. If anyone can compete, you can. Ah. Thank you very much, Rhonda. Thank you very much. Well, I've got a bit of a deadline now because we're going to be displaying it at our quilt show. So basically, I've got to the 4th of September, but I very much think I'm going to finish it before then because there's only 30 ghosts to do. Or 30 ghosts to go. Yes, it has been a lot of work, Leanne. So I've been working on it since April, on and off since April, because I got it from her. So if you go and check out Dark Fairy Creations, this is the fabric that Alex Hellawell created. She designed it. And then I saw it displayed at a quilt show. I was a craft show. I was having a chat to her. And she said, oh, do you want to do a collaboration on it? So I was like, yeah, why not? But I think I've kind of like gone in a lot of rabbit holes with it, shall I say. But you can you see the line there? So that's where it's been machine sewn. But now it's all of it, all the lines are machine. Oh, you can see them here. Look, they're all hand stitched. Yeah, I think I decided as well that I'm not going to stitch the eyes in because I was looking at it laid on the table the other day. And I thought, I don't think I'm going to do the eyes. I think I'm going to leave the eyes. I'm just going to stitch around the ghosts. I mean, I may well change my mind if there's time. Because like I said, I've never got a deadline. I mean, the deadline actually was always October. But Alex said I can display it at our quilt show. It's just how I'm going to do the edging. So, and do you know what I found as well? Is that it's definitely got heavier. I don't know if that's my imagination or what, but it's definitely got heavier. Maybe it's the quilting. It's the quilting that's made it much heavier. Oh, I just realised I didn't put our comments on the screen. Oh well, sorry guys about that. Actually, if I did it now, well, I just it mattered. Well, hang on a minute. There you go. Now you can see it. Let's see if that's any better. Because before it was over the sewing machine, wasn't it? But now you can see the comments. There's something fallen on the floor. Right, I've got my other bit of grey, my other bit of black there. So yeah, so it's a bit yeah, it has been a lot of work. Hours and hours. I don't think how many hours. But this is definitely a one-off situation. But like you can see, I have to keep moving it around. And I find that by putting a pin in where it's, hang on a minute, there we go, going through to the white on the back, it does helps to get it a lot more puffier, I think. A lot more puffier. Right. Just need to double check something. A minute. That one. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, so we're going to do. So I'm going to finish about 11. So in about 5 or so minutes, and then to tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow, just so you know. Probably about 8:30, maybe, because I've got a few bits and bobs to do during the day. And then I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might do some more of that, more of the backdrop, you know, because I'm really need to make a bit of headway on that. We'll definitely do some of this as well. So I might start off with this, and we'll see how we go. Really. So it's going to be another fun, busy week because we've got at the end of the week we've got our Not Going to Festival Quilts event starting. And if you want to go over to our events page, go and have a look on there. We've got 6 events. 5 of them are completely free to get involved in. One of them I am teaching on Saturday, next Saturday, which is a G's Bend inspired quilt block. And there's some fun, like free Zoom things you can get involved in and some little live streams. So yes, have a look at that. So basically that starts on Thursday. So I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that all starts on Thursday. I've got some other bits and bobs to do that in the meantime, like taking the cats to the vets and stuff like that. I think they've all got to go. Jinxie cat's definitely got to go. Bailey cat's also got to go. So we've got a few little pussycats going to the vets. Right. There we go. So now I'll show you what it looks like now we've done it. So I'm going to tie that off on the back. And then I will show you. Yeah, so tomorrow night, like I said, probably start off doing some of this, actually, I reckon. See if we can get a couple of ghosts done. If we can get a couple done a night, then I will be very, very happy. I mean, I'm happy anyway. But yeah, I do find using my little needle threader is helping. The black embroidery cotton specifically seems to want to like split its way down, which is a bit annoying. I'm going to put the knot in it, ready for tomorrow. I'm going to put that in there so I don't lose it. So no cat comes along and gets it. There we go. And then, there you go, look. So you can you see that ghost there? So I've now done that ghost. There, that ghost around the edge. So that was extra blue one. And then what I'm trying to do as well is I'm trying to swap all the colours. So there's the colour. Oh, there's the colour. Oh, here. Yeah. I mean, it does look. Oh, there. Yeah. I'd say it's more of like a light brown. It does look a bit orange, actually, doesn't it, Rhonda? Hello, Kay. It does look a little bit orange, but I think it's more of like a light brown because all of that's all browns, and they're like greys. So that little ghosty there I did in a brown, and then this one here I might do in a blue. I don't know. I might do that around a blue. I kind of need to have a look at it, but you can see the difference. Can't you? You can see that one's been stitched around the edge, and then this one hasn't. But I was thinking that when I first started this, I wasn't going to do that. I was actually just going to leave them like that. But actually, I think they're much better. They're definitely much better with the stitching around the edge, and I like it. And it's really just like giving like another little dimension. Hello, Levens. Welcome to you. Hope you're good. So anyway, oh, thank you, Rhonda. I mean, I think I will be when it's finished. I think it will be. I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to hand it over to Alex. I think that's going to be quite hard. I'm going to be like, don't know if I'm going to give it back to you. No, I don't. I definitely will. I definitely will. Alex will get it for her display on her stand. But yeah, but I want to like hang it up now, you know, on my design wall. That's where I want to hang it up on. But anyway, so I'm going to finish there, my lovely people, and it's nearly 11 o'clock, and I'll see you tomorrow. So it probably will be about 8:30 tomorrow. But have a lovely day, and I guess first I will say goodbye to the YouTubers and the Facebookers and everybody else. I'll see you later. Bye.
Come along to our first So Happy Quilters Association quilt show at Brighton Racecourse. Tickets available on our website. You can find the So Happy Quilters Association on social media, and don't forget to subscribe.